Roy, I think you've had less than 12 training sessions with this squad before you turned up for this tournament. Was finishing top of the group ever a realistic aim?
No, I don't think so. I think we were more concerned that people's predictions that we would do badly and that we wouldn't even get through the group. I think that's worried us more than the thought that we might not actually win it. But I think we've grown in strength, and I think today the players showed it again, once again, an incredible spirit, an incredible desire. You know, we played a real away match with a capital A today. You know, the 4,000 Englishmen, the 60,000 crowd were loudly out-shouted. We're playing the host nation, and, you know, they played some very good football and asked a lot of questions of us, but we stuck at our guns and we got the result.
And are you that rare thing, an England manager with a bit of luck? That ball on the replays was over the line that John Terry cleared.
So they say, yeah, although I believe it might have been an offside situation as well, so these things even themselves out. But I think if you're an England manager and you've followed England in the past, the last thing you do is talk about goals that should have been given and not given. I remember Portugal, I remember Germany in the World Cup, so maybe it was our turn to get one if it was in fact over the line. But it was a wonderful piece of work from John Terry, and I think sometimes when balls are not hitting nets, it's always going to be difficult for referees and linesmen until such time as goal line technology comes into play.
First half was a bit nervy, wasn't it? And Wayne Rooney took a while to get himself into the game. It won't be the most difficult goal he'll ever score for England, but it certainly seemed to settle him.
Certainly an important one, isn't it? Because I don't think he scored one in tournament football, I've just heard, for a long time.
8 years.
8 years, well, that's a long time for a player of his quality not to score a tournament goal. I thought he had a few other chances, he got himself into good positions, and I thought his confidence improved just towards the end. He tired a little bit and got caught with the ball on one or two occasions, but he'd already done a pretty good 80-odd minutes for us, and I don't think we really expected more than that from him when he first came back.
You knocked out your old friends, the Swedes. You've knocked out the hosts, Ukraine. Next you've got to knock out another country rather fond of you, Italy.
Yeah, there'll be one or two Italians, strangely enough, with mixed feelings there. I had a lovely text the other day from Massimo Moratti at Inter, you know, saying that he was behind us and wishing us luck. So I expect he'll have a few mixed feelings, although I still guess he'll support Italy as a true Italian. But no, I don't underestimate them. I think they're going to be a tough one. But the beauty of finishing top of the group is that we have a shorter journey, but most importantly we get an extra day's rest. And I think at this stage of the competition, an extra day's rest is going to be vitally important for us.
Nobody is easy at this stage. It's knockout football, but how much of a relief besides the extra day to not face the European and world champions? Yeah,
it's got to be an advantage. I mean, you rightly say, you have to be very careful what you say for fear of in some way suggesting that Italy are not a very, very good team and a very worthy opponent, but Spain are the clear favourites. They've won the last World Cup, they've won the last European Championship, but they're favourites to win this one. So, you know, we can't deny that we'd rather not play them, but on the other hand, there weren't too many teams left in the competition that we really did want to play, because all the teams left now are top class.
So what's going to be the difference between the England we saw tonight and the England who are going to knock Italy out of this competition? There's going to be a little bit more tempo, a little bit more composure. Scott Parker seemed to be suggesting in the first half he wanted the players to just calm down, pass it a little bit, keep it calm, a few more passes.
Yeah, we had one or two spells. Well, I think the worst thing about these games, I think in the next game it's a purely knockout competition. We were so desperate to get through this group because we thought in the first two games we'd given ourselves a great chance of doing so. So we also knew that a draw was enough, and we also knew all the way through that Sweden were winning. So I suppose, you know, that's going to automatically lead to a certain lack of, if not ambition, more caution, because what we didn't want to do is go flying forward and suddenly find ourselves conceding two counter-attack goals. I thought the shape of the team and the defensive organisation was good, and on the odd occasion when they got through, of course, we do have a top-class goalkeeper.
And now the final question, expectation. It's rising all the time. Back home, everybody's getting behind England, loving the tournament. The next question is, are you going to win it?
Well, I don't mind the expectation getting greater. I must say I'm really pleased about it, and we've been very buoyed by the news from home, and you know, the people we meet here, everyone really seems to be becoming an England fan again, and that's so important for us. You know, it's, if you're a football player or a football coach, and you know, you want people to appreciate you, you want people to get behind you, you want people to give you the feeling if I do have a bad game, it's not going to be a catastrophe, and we seem to be getting more of that feeling now, and the players are responding as they are, so long may it continue.